Hi everyone. Today I am testing out different methods to remove your LipSense. I have 6 different methods that we're going to try out, starting with the LipSense Oops that you can get from me. I also have olive oil, coconut oil, Neutrogena, the glycerin facial bar. I saw this micellar water. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. I've heard a lot about it. I have never tried it, but this says it even removes waterproof mascara, so we're going to try that out. And then I just have some plain old Walmart brand makeup. Actually, I'm not even sure it's Walmart brand. Pure and Gentle makeup remover wipes. I bought them at Walmart. So I'm going to try that. But first, I'm going to start off with the Oops. I'm going to show you how to remove it. If it was your own Oops, this is my tester, so I'm not going to actually use the applicator. What I'm going to do is just kind of put some on this pad and then apply it to my lips. They say to let it sit for a little bit. You can see it's already starting to come off just from rubbing it. And if you wear LipSense, you know that just rubbing cotton on your lips is not going to take it off. So I'm going to let that sit. Maybe rub my lips together a little bit. And this is a pretty dark color. And I did just kind of freshly put it on. So at the end of the day, you probably wouldn't have to do it more than a couple times. But with this dark color, and because it's fresh, I'm going to have to do it a couple times. I think one more swipe will get all of it. I'm going to use a new cotton pad. All right, I think that's pretty good. Except for my lips being a little red from rubbing them, it's gotten all of my Fly Girl off. That's the color I'm testing everything out with today. So that was the Oops. Okay, I'm back with a fresh coat of Fly Girl on. I have rubbed the gloss off just because that's a layer that I normally wouldn't have at the end of the day, pretty much. And I would just have to remove it for you anyway, and that's just swiping it off. So now I'm going to try olive oil. I heard somewhere on the internet that olive oil and coconut oil were good to use because they are the same pH as our skin. I don't know if that's true. Somebody look that up. Let me know. And I'm going to try the olive oil. They say just put it on your lips and then rub your lips together and it'll break down the color. Let's see. Kind of feels like it's coming off a little bit. Let's see. That's a big no on that one. That did not, nothing came off. I'm going to try a little bit more. Might have to move on to the next method. All right. Yeah, just a teensy bit came off with that. So I'm going to say a big fat no on that olive oil. And I'm going to move straight to my coconut oil, see if it does any better. This is what I use normally at the end of the night, but I will say it's after having worn my LipSense for 14, 15 hours at that point. Normally I don't have a problem, but this is fresh, so we'll see. I have a feeling this may be the same as the olive oil. Yeah, that didn't do much at all. I'm going to try it. I have my sugar scrub here that's 1 part sugar to 1 part coconut oil. So it's going to be a little more abrasive. Maybe that'll make a difference. I don't think it's going to make any difference. Okay, friends, all I have right now is my LipSense with granules of sugar on them. You can see on the cotton pad, a little bit of tint is coming off, but I mean, at least compared to the oops, this is not a method. And if I told you this is how to remove it, I'm sorry. Because like I said, I normally do it at the end of the day after I've worn my LipSense for a long time. And this is fresh. So it's not coming off. So I'm going to move on to the next. I have seen people on YouTube removing their LipSense this way. I haven't tried it myself. So I have just the regular Neutrogena, the transparent facial bar, it says. So I've seen people, they'll wet a Q-tip and just kind of move it around on there. Get the Q-tip full of the soap. And of course, you know, once you do this, don't get any in your mouth because that's not going to taste great. Already, it's better. I'd say this is working. I'm going to put a little bit more. That's pretty full of LipSense. I'm just going to do it until it's pretty much all gone. And my lips are going to be a little red because, as you've seen, I've been rubbing them. But this is getting it like in the cracks and on my waterline. I'd say that's a pretty good method. So yeah, I will tell you, I've heard other distributors say that it can be drying. So if you have a problem with that, you might want to stay away from that, or do extra things to help moisturize. Use your coconut oil or olive oil as a moisturizer, not a remover, because it clearly does not work. So a yes on the Neutrogena original formula bar. That's a good option. Okay, just to recap, yes on the oops, No on the olive oil and the coconut oil. Yes on the Neutrogena. So now we are to the micellar cleansing water. Removes even waterproof mascara. So I've never tried this. I'm anxious to try it and see what it does. Directions: shake well, saturate a cotton pad. So that's what I'm going to do. Okay. So I'm going to kind of do the same method of leaving it on there to kind of go through the color a little bit, rub my lips together, see if that loosens up anything, and we'll see. So far it feels like it's taking off the gloss. My lips feel a little bit more tacky. It's taking off some. It's getting through some. I'm going to try and do a little bit of circles, rubbing to see how I can, if I can actually get it off. It is coming off. It's going to be a little bit more work than the Neutrogena or the Oops. I have a feeling at the end of the day, after you've worn your LipSense for 13, 14, 15 hours, that this would have no problem taking it off. Right now I'm having to scrub quite a bit. Okay, I've still got some right right on around the waterline. I'm afraid if I scrub too much more, it's going to get really raw. So I'm actually going to switch over to the Oops to get the rest of it. But like I said, I do think that micellar water, at least this particular version, because I bought this one because of the waterproof mascara, thinking it would be the toughest, and it may very well be. There were a couple other kinds. Okay, I got some more of the remainder off. But that was pretty good, I think. I think that would be a good option at the end of the day. Okay, we are back with the last product to try for removing your LipSense. I will tell you, after all this scrubbing on my lips, if you thought your LipSense burned the first time you put it on, or if it tingled, sorry, you will not believe what I'm feeling after all this rubbing on my lips. We may have to cut that off. Okay, makeup remover wipes. They smell good. I think this is going to be kind of like the Neutrogena facial wipes. I kind of looked at the ingredients to see, and it also has glycerin, which so does the Neutrogena. So I have hopes for it. We'll see. All right. So far, you can kind of see it a little bit on the towel, not a lot. But like the other methods, you're supposed to let it sit for a minute. There's just not a lot of moisture here to be able to do that. Okay, more is coming off. So it is taking the color off. I'm not sure how efficient it is at taking it off. Again, this was a fresh application. I'm going to get another one. At the end of the day, this might be an option. Okay, it is taking it off. I think it would take it off at the end of the day. And if it wasn't a fresh application, right now, I'm going to tell you my lips are pretty raw from all these different methods of trying to remove LipSense. So I guess that attests to the fact that it's long wearing and is hard to get off. I am going to use the LipSense to get the rest off, just because it's a little more gentle than any of the other methods, I think, and more effective. So you can see how it affects the color, because you saw before I put it on how it was just stripy and it was still really adhered to my lips in places and totally gone in others. And just from applying the oops and rubbing my lips together, it's kind of redistributing the color that was left there. Not that it'll stay, but it's loosened it up. Even got some on my cheek. Well, I'm just a hot mess now. I'm going to use these for around my mouth. Okay. So in conclusion, I'm going to say olive oil, don't even bother. The coconut oil, don't even bother. Like I said, I've been using the coconut oil scrub with the sugar at the end of the day, and it's been okay. Does it make my lips completely clean? No. So the best removers are obviously the LipSense, which is formulated to actually do that. I think it's the most gentle of the methods. You have to scrub less. And then the Neutrogena, which I think I paid $1.97 at Walmart, was a pretty effective method. The micellar water, I think, after you've worn your LipSense for several hours, would do okay. with a little bit of scrubbing. And I honestly think these makeup wipes at the end of the day would do okay. But again, the most effective that I found was the LipSense and the Neutrogena. Okay, if you've tried any of these products, or if you have tried a product that worked really well for you to remove your LipSense, leave a comment below and let me know. I'll even try it out for you and see what we think. I hope you enjoyed the video and I hope you learned something. Thanks for watching.